So, another video game movie is coming out. This is not an inherently bad thing. It's just that Sonic the Hedgehog, as a movie, is apparently an inherently bad thing. I see this, and I don't know what to think. Sonic, as soon as he just hits the scene, apparently Sonic running activates an EMP that knocks out the power for all of North America. And the immediate thing that I think of when I see that is a lot of people just died. There's no good way. There's no good funny spin to that. Untold thousands of people died. Because I think about how many hospitals just. Yeah, I realize emergency services typically do have backup generators and things, but yeah, in the midst of heart or brain surgery, or any surgery for that matter, I'm fairly certain that the doctor really does not like having the lights just go out at the exact wrong moment. And during surgery, every moment is the exact wrong moment for interruption and just to be startled by the power going off. Not only that, but life support devices and just the neonatal intensive care units. It's all just just shut off. Just all of them shut off. And then a few seconds later, Sonic says I'm gonna be the one to be the good guy, and I'm gonna save the day and whatnot. Okay, so we meet Sonic, and instantly, and I think this is appropriately so, okay, he's assessed as a threat. Yeah, I mean, who knows how many thousands upon people he killed just now. Okay, so they bring in Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. I'm not entirely sure if they mention his name. Jim Carrey. So it's nice to see Jim Carrey, yeah, and he is probably going to be the one reason people go to see this whatever this is. Simply, you can tell that he's trying. He's trying his best. He's trying his absolute darndest to really put his all into it, and I respect him for that. No sarcasm, nothing ironic about that. Yeah, he's giving it his all. For what it is. Even if he is the villain, really, especially, you need to have an invested villain. If you're going to make a project like this work, because obviously there's no way anybody could show up to set and be too cool for school for any of this nonsense. So we get introduced to Sonic, we get introduced to Dr. Robotnik, and then we get introduced to side character number one. I say side character number one. It's just James Marsden. If you don't know who James Marsden is, he played Cyclops on X-Men, and every once in a while he gets work. Now, I guess there's supposed to be some sort of weird buddy cop scenario where I don't know if he's supposed to be a rent-a-cop, James Marsden. I don't know if he's supposed to be a rent-a-cop or if he's supposed to be some sort of sheriff's deputy or something. But okay, he sees him in his shed, and oh my goodness, this weird, strange blue creature. I don't know, why is he here? I have no idea why. And he gets startled, and then Sonic gets startled. It's oh my goodness, this strange man found me in his shed. And then he just immediately tranks him. Apparently he can move across the continent in about a second. And we also see that Dr. Robotnik uses a swarm of missiles. He surrounds him with a swarm of missiles. And he is able to casually just play around while these missiles are about to just destroy him. I was I took 9 million steps today. Isn't that something? And then he just starts playing them like piano keys, which makes them explode or defers their trajectory somehow, or anyways, apparently he moves at such a rate. I mean, the average ballistic missile moves at roughly 7 kilometers per second. At least that's what Google told me. Anyways, and so if he can move this fast, he can't outmove a trank dart somehow. And okay, so we have the setup where it's like, okay, we meet Sonic, we meet the villain. Cause yeah, I would say, yeah, like if they're capable, whoever can take out this potential threat, yeah, take them out as soon as possible. Seriously. And then we have some sort of like weird like buddy scenario going on with James Marsden and Sonic the Hedgehog, and then the preview ends with this weird scenario. Like, he's apparently in this like office building, and he's being carted in James Marsden's duffel bag, and someone hears the question like, "Hey, do you have a?" It's a woman. I shouldn't pretend to do like a deep voice, but like, dude, is that a child in that gym bag that you're holding there? And everybody treats this like way more casual than this really should be. It's like, no, it's not a child. To clarify, it's not my child. Ha ha ha. So funny. And like, okay, the follow-up to that is that like the Sonic's like, oh wow, this gym bag, it smells weird. It's like, okay, and then strangely, as if somehow James Marsden has the flu, instead of treating this with a level of shock and horror, that is like, okay, does this man actually have a small child in this gym bag? Instead of someone tackling him and then, like, just like, oh my goodness, you poor child, please, don't suffocate, you're not gonna get abducted today. No, they treat it like he's the one guy at the office who has the flu, and they just kind of like back off from him for some reason, instead of looking into this much more thoroughly than they really should. Oh, and all of this is set to Gangsta's Paradise. The award-winning song that was the flagship for the Dangerous Minds soundtrack, the song that highlights the inherent dangers of urban life. Yeah, because you immediately connect Sonic the Hedgehog with seminal hip-hop. No. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. When this comes to theaters, yeah, I know this is not something I'm going to watch. I'm not gonna give money to. I don't know what this is. It's weird. In a weird, like, every single time there's a video game movie that comes out and it's bad. It's bad. It's par for the course, I guess. Is this it's almost like I guess this would be like a different theory video entirely, but it's just like, okay, even for cash cows, like a theory, like, are video game movies intentionally made so badly? As like, is this to be considered like a genre trope at this point in time? But that's a totally different thing. I don't want to go on like a rant. So yeah, I'm just gonna let my thoughts rest there. This looks awful. There's no way there's no other way to put that. I usually like to be a lot more even-handed in the tone of approaching a project, like a film that's not in theaters yet. This looks awful. This looks bad. Not gonna watch it. Nope. Why, Hollywood? Why?